everybody doing? Back with you at the Dallas side of the Dallas. Coming back on, back down to the Dallas Metroplex, northwest sides, watching these storms coming in west of Fort Worth. Kind of went down, now they're kind of coming back up again in intensity. Not too severe, just some hail. Stop, got gas there. South of Denton now, dropping southeast. Right in front of it, temperature's 80 degrees here, 80 degrees. Extremely warm. Storms continue to intensify northwest Oklahoma City, just severe thunderstorm warnings, Gulf Ball size hail. Have severe thunderstorm warnings up for St. Louis, big hail, the rotation there. We're gonna drop south. There's severe thunderstorm right now is coming in on the northwest sides of Fort Worth. Just going to stay just northwest of Fort Worth. It's Pooville now, heading to Blair, and then New Fair. It's moving east, northeast right now. Hail was kind of went up and down at weekend, and then it came back up. So it's most intense part right now is at Pooville, northwest of Fort Worth. It's got a small hail core compared to what it was earlier. So it's 2.5 inch hail again. So just under baseball size hail. It's going to go Blair, and then it's going to go Reno. It's going to go probably near and just south of Justin, northwest sides of Texas. I have Dallas Metroplex. Right now, I'm dropping southeast. There's Buc-ee's on 35 East. There's Buc-ee's. Yep. So stop there. It's packed. Well, they got great cover. The hailstorm comes in, right? So the Dallas Metroplex, we're on the very northwest edge of the severe thunderstorm watch. Low level jet starts ramping up at 7. We'll see what happens with these storms. It's 80 degrees here at the Metro, probably near 70 dew point. Just north of the Metroplex up by Gainesville, it was very hazy, thick haze in the air until the bush was pooling. Drop into the east sides of northeast sides of down toward Lewiston, Carrollton. The storm is going to track that general direction. And it's just a large severe thunderstorm at this point. Let's see what it's done over the last 15-20 minutes. It was up and then it weakened for about 15 minutes, and now it's back on the upswing again. It's definitely intensified. It's went back up in intensity. So it's a large severe thunderstorm producing golf ball, maybe a little bit larger hail than that. And it's basically tracking almost due east. It's going to head toward Flower Mound, Louisville area. Oh, here it comes. Try to intercept it down here. See, I got partly cloudy skies. I'm 81 degrees now. It's very warm here in the Metroplex. There's large supercells back west. Some other big supercells that align back southwest of the metro. Just looking at all kinds of data here. Okay, just kind of a, I'm not going to call it a hook, but I'm calling it a kind of a notch developing now southeast of Pooville. Again, I'm not calling it a tornado. Well, take it back. Okay, I've got a developing hook. Rotation is increasing southeast of Pooville. Not calling it a tornado, just kind of a QCL type situation. It's going to be west southwest of Springtown. I got a developing notch with a small hook starting to form now. See that? It's almost in there. Once it gets close enough, I'll start watching the velocity coming out of Dallas Fort Worth Airport. It's not quite there yet. Where I can see it. The storm is ramped up a little bit, just a little bit more intense now. Hail's gotten a little bit bigger, and the storm's gotten a little bit better than it was about 10 months ago. It's over Pooville, Springtown, and then Reno, Blair, Reno, Newark, Pecan Acres. This is all to the northwest suburbs of Fort Worth Metro, Haslett, and then it'll probably come on across. Looks like a Marshall Creek Trophy Club, possibly Louisville, in that general area. I'm going to make another stop down here at Louisville, I think. Louisville is probably, Louisville or just south of Louisville. Carlton is going to be then over to Richardson and Plano. This is going to be the general area I'm going to set up for this storm in the metro, Dallas Metroplex. Large severe thunderstorm on the northwest suburbs of Dallas. Just a severe thunderstorm warning at this time. No tornado warning. We're not in a tornado watch. We're in a severe thunderstorm watch. Severe thunderstorm warning from the Fort Worth Weather Office. It's 6:08 p.m. It's about 15 minutes ago. Southern Wise, Southern Jack, Parker County, Northwest Tarrant County, 7 o'clock till 7 p.m. 65-mile-an-hour winds and $half size hail. Okay? Not too bad right now. But you got to watch these big, large supercells as they come in. You got a little bit of heat island effect going on in the Metroplex, as well as low-level jet ramping up closer to 7:30, and it's ingredients for trouble. So we'll just see what happens. The wind is very strong here. It's very gusty. The storm's going to be off to your right. Just severe thunderstorms north of Oklahoma City, nothing too bad. Severe thunderstorm warnings. Okay, we finally got a tornado warning up in central Missouri, Columbia, south of Jeff City, Columbia. That's on the warm front, which was anticipated. That tornado watch up there, that's now tornado warn. That's Columbia, Jeff City. That's up in Missouri. Nothing. Severe thunderstorm warning only. Just a moderate severe thunderstorm crossing northwest of the Dallas Metroplex. No strong rotation right now. Just basically a good hailstorm at this point. It's been hailing. The hail core's going up and down. It's earlier, about 30 minutes ago, it was a much larger hailstorm. It shows 2-inch diameter hail. It's basically moving due east. If the attributes track's correct, you never can trust the attributes. It's got a beeline right now for Louisville. This is what time it says it's at Louisville. East northeast at 45 knots. It's 7 p.m. It's coming down the west side of Louisville. At 7:15, it's passing Louisville. So the hail core's going to be in around 7:15, going through the Louisville area. That's where I'm going to set up as this comes across the northwest side and north of the Dallas Metroplex, north of Fort Worth first. And it's going to move north of Dallas, downtown Dallas, into the northern suburbs. This hail core. It's got Louisville and eventually possibly the Colony. It's going to be close to or just south of Frisco, depending on the track, just north or near Carlton. then over to Allen and south of McKinney. Very heavy populated, lots of business, lots of homes. As this hell core continues, the good thing is it's a very small hell core, it's tracking east. See if anybody's got any, just a big lumbering storm at this point. Out ahead of the line. Let's go to Texas. Any reports? Okay, another MD just came out. They got an arrow point. That's interesting. Okay, let's see what they're saying here. This for threat continues to a 3-inch diameter hail. Okay, Henrietta, increasing low-level jet. Okay, here we go, guys. It came out 30 minutes ago. It has the west side of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex up through Denison, up to west of Sherman, up to Henrietta, Oklahoma. Developing low-level jet, it's increasing. I'm going to follow the storm east as it comes across the Metroplex. So near the I-35 corridor, at least in North Texas, these storms get east I-35 into the low-level jet. Things are going to possibly ramp up. That's what I'm anticipating. That's why I dropped south here. So let's get ready, and I'm going to get ready for tracking this storm across the Metroplex and then follow it northeast as we get into the low-level jet and all that good stuff. Springer. Okay, I'm looking for sulfur. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, let's come on down. There's Louisville. Okay, let's do that. How about... Let me look at this here. You know what? Louisville, Carlton, I'm going to go down. I think I'm going to keep going south here. See if this thing's tracking. Large severe thunderstorms it's slowly getting bigger. It's not in berserk mode. Numerous hail reports coming in now. Quarter size, half inch, quarter-inch hail. Nothing too crazy. There's half inch again. It's got a expanding hail core over a big area, but not large at this point. Just a big, large hail core has continued to increase. Okay, I'm in the Louisville area. The storm is going to track very close to this area. Louisville, Carrollton area, Trophy Club. What am I doing? What am I doing this? Right there. To go over there. And then the Fort Worth Metro.
Starting route to 5880 State Highway 121 North.
See the clouds here? I'm 81 degrees. Large supercell.
Take exit 450 towards State Highway 121.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump over here. I'm in Louisville area now. I'm gonna get on the northeast side of the Metroplex as this large supercell is gonna come across the Metroplex, north sides of Fort Worth and Dallas.
Take exit 450 towards State Highway 121. Then turn left onto East State Highway 121 North.
I'm gonna take 121 northeast, east-northeast, get on the northeast side, and if this thing goes into hyper berserk mode, you gotta stay ahead of the storms. You gotta stay ahead of the storms miss that road. That's fine. A little tricky. That's all right. Let's do that. We'll go to the next route.
Starting route to 5880 State Highway 121 North.
Okay.
In 2 miles, take exit 447B towards State Highway 121.
guys watching? Everything good? All right, got the chat back on there. Yeah. No, I didn't fall in. Anytime you go under the cover with the Starlink, it's going to drop you. But so far today, it's been working flawlessly. Absolutely super happy with the Starlink. It's just, it rocks. I've had as high as 300 megabit down and about 50 up. Most time it's around 200 megabit down and about 25 up, 90% of the time. Okay, 1 mile, I'm gonna jump over to 121. I'm gonna go east-northeast across the Metroplex here. Very heavy traffic. This big hail, this big gargantuan hailstorm comes across this area. Gonna have problems for sure. Okay, gonna watch the road here carefully. My exit's coming up. I'm in the Metroplex. Storm Prediction Center put out an MD for Oklahoma, talking about the low-level jet ramping up from Fort Worth up into east central Oklahoma toward Henrietta. So as the storm's coming out of central Oklahoma, move east, they're going to ramp up. We'll see what happens exactly.
Take exit 447B for Texas 121.
Okay, we're going to get on Texas 121 here.
Take exit 447B towards State Highway 121.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll drop here. Let's go back to radar. Got to be really careful once this storm has it come. I'm watching it slowly come up in intensity, and also watching it how it's starting to get that extreme. How do I explain that? It's getting that kind of that screaming eagle look to it. Kind of a very affluent, just a large supercell, not tornadic, just. Springtown, I've got some inbound, outbound, nothing real crazy right this second.
Right to stay on South Stemmons Freeway.
Okay. Get over here too, ready to go.
Continue on South Stemmons Freeway for half a mile.
Okay. That's not what I wanted. Ugh. Hang on. That's fine. Right there. Sometimes these roads, as you guys know, are tricky in here.
In 1,000 feet, use the right 2 lanes to take exit 445 for President George Bush Turnpike. Use the right 2 lanes to take exit 445. Continue for 1 mile.
Yeah, lots of traffic, lots of heavy traffic. Yeah, north side of the Dallas Metroplex, north of Fort Worth, between Fort Worth and 35E, and big, large supercell slowly gaining intensity back to my west. Uh-oh. Okay. I know you guys don't let me say uh-oh. I'm going to say it. Uh-oh. 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 The storm back west is getting better and better organized. Springtown area got... Okay. Give me just a second here. Gotta get off this exit, and then I've got to get to where I need to get.
Use the right 2 lanes to turn slightly right onto the President George Bush Turnpike ramp.
Yep, here we go. Okay, the storm back west is getting better and better organized, guys. We've got a little bit, not strong, a little bit of inbound, outbound starting to develop. Back to my west. And this large supercell is getting slowly organized, better organized. Really dark back west. There's a big old huge plane. Guess it just took off. He's getting out of Dallas pretty quick. Yep. I love this. I love this elevated bridge. Oh man, do I have a great view back to my west of that storm. Whoa, big old huge black storm back west. Big old, oh yeah.
Quarter mile, merge onto the east, President George Bush Turnpike East.
Okay, yep, it's gonna be fun here soon. Coming across this area. Yeah, let me see what I got here.
In 600 feet, merge onto PGBT East, President George Bush Turnpike East. Continue on PGBT East for 5 miles.
It's amazing when you do these mergers, people trying to go left or right, it's the same exit. Okay, as I will focus on what's about to happen here. Okay, large hail core north of Springtown. Okay, let's see what the hail core's doing on this big old thing. Oh gosh. Okay, the hail core's got dramatically larger now north of Springtown. Let's see how big it is. Hail core's come out 3.5 baseball, tennis ball size hail. Baseball hail now north of Springtown. 3.25 inches what's showing. So I'm going to go with baseball size hail. Let me see what the warning, the older warning says. Expires in 23 minutes. That was issued earlier. Let's see what time that issued at 6:25. That was 10 minutes ago. It's for a thunderstorm, and that was 65-mile-an-hour winds. It was located near Springtown, moving east at 50. Hail damage. Radar indicated. Let me see and look how big of a hail they were reporting. Max hail, just a minute. Max hail is 1.25. It's gone way up since that warning's been issued, at least on the radar. 1 inch, a lot of 1 inch hail reports so far. It's showing it's got pea size and larger, but radar says 3-inch diameter hail is developing. We'll see if that verifies. The hail core's coming up. It's getting bigger. It's going to go north of Springtown. It's going to go to Blair, and then Justin. Whoa. Good thing I'm coming to the east. It's going to go toward Louisville, maybe. Okay. Coming up. Generally, another sign with the hail core ramping up, that means the low-level jet is intensifying now. Slowly, it's ramping up. That means the storm's going to get better and better organized, produce larger and larger hail, and it depends on how things exactly work out. You might get something worse than that, right? On the east side, the storm is it looks better and better by the minute. A large supercell, very large supercell, continues to intensify north of Fort Worth with large damage and hail. It's got just a big, huge V-notch supercell Screaming Eagle look to it. Go back. Get back up at 151. Just Plano. You never know if these things are going to turn right or left, so you got to watch them.
In 2 miles, take the Rosemead Parkway exit toward Midway Road. Starting route to 5880 State Highway 121 North.
Watch the storm as it comes across the metro. Try to get in position to where don't get ran over by the hail, but also in position if it starts tornadoing or something of that nature that I can see it. Not saying it's going to, just you got to get in position in case it does.
George Bush Turnpike East for 3 miles.
Glad you guys are enjoying chat. Currently north of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metro, outer loop between Dallas and Fort Worth.
In 2 miles, use the second from the right lane to take the Dallas North Tollway North exit.
Hail core looks so 3.25 inch diameter hail now, east northeast at 43. See what the echo top's doing on this thing. Not too bad. About 40. Got a big hill core on it. Wow, hill core looks like it's getting better and better. East northeast at 43. See the tracks going. It's going to go to Justin, and then I go to Curl City. It's going to go just over in north of Louisville. That's what it shows currently. It shows it's going to go over just north of Louisville. I'm going to get in position up by Allen on the northeast side, calling Allen and McKinney in that general area. I really like the look of this storm. It's just a big, huge supercell, big hill core, and it's gotten way better in the last 5 minutes. I think the next warning might not be for 10 minutes, but it's probably going to be a destructive severe thunderstorm warning. Is my anticipation, because the hill core has gotten extremely large on it now.
Use the second from the right lane to take the Dallas North Tollway North exit.
The hill core is getting very big. North south is about 5 miles an hour, 4 to 5 miles an hour, about 5 miles by 5 miles. Bigger than golf ball size hill, probably close to baseball size hill. South of Boyd, west of Rowe, west of Blair.
Use the second from the right lane to take the Dallas North Tollway North exit. Then use the left lane to take the Dallas North Tollway North ramp.
No,
use the left lane.
I'm not going to do that. Should have done it. Keep getting east here. See where this thing's headed. McKinney, Louisville. There's Frisco. The hill core continues to expand. So it's 3-inch diameter hill now. Okay. Apparently tornadoes in progress in St. Louis. Just got notified of that. Okay. Yeah, it did surprise me. We thought that was going to happen. We talked about it a while ago. Wow. Looks like tornado went just very close to the airport. South side, may be a tornado in progress. Yep, tornado. Looks like a tornado's in progress. Southwest side of the metro. St. Louis. See if DFW, if I got this, the terminal Doppler. Okay, I've got it in the terminal Doppler now. Okay. So I'm just waiting for, it's just a large severe thunderstorm at this point. Hill core continues to get slightly better and better approved on this storm. And bear with me on the live stream because we're going to flip around. So it's 3-inch diameter hill, east northeast at 40. It's going to go, Aurora's going to get the hill core. It's going to go just north of Newark, just south of Justin, near Justin. It's going to come across. It's going to go north, just north of Louisville, very close to Louisville, just north of Louisville, very close to Frisco. I'm going to go Plano, and I'm going to come back north on 75. I really wanted to stay out of it because once that golf ball, baseball hill starts following the metro, the interstate's just totally gridlocked for about wherever the hill core is for about 10 miles every direction, and it'll just come to a complete stop and you're trapped for hours. So that's why I'm getting to the northeast side of the metro as the jet ramps up and the storm goes into berserk mode. I'm not going to be in the metro, but if it starts tornadoing, it may not, but if it does, I'm going to be able to look at my clouds. And guys on the live stream, look at the clouds. Look how much difference the atmosphere looks from on the Dallas side compared to when I was back west there. I had to hide. Look how low the clouds are and look at the moisture. Look at the clouds, just a totally different environment. Just 15 or 20 miles east-west, you got a whole different type of deal. I think we're in the stronger low-level jet over here. Things seem to be flying north, and that storm is moving into this incredible area over here. Structure. So far, this storm is just a big hail core. Uh-oh, got a tornado warning. Stand by. Got a tornado warning in Oklahoma, just issued by the National Weather Service, Norman. Maybe Tulsa. Stand by. It is tornado in Morrison. It's going to be just north of Stillwater. Maybe it came out of Tulsa. Tornado warning. This Oklahoma just came out. It's been out for a minute here. Tornado warning. Weather Service comes out of southeast Noble County, north central Payne County. Severe thunderstorm producing a tornado was located near Morrison, moving northeast at 35. Tornado, quarter-size hail. That was issued by the Weather Service in Norman. Tornado warning. That's to the northeast of Stillwater, west of Tulsa. Brand new tornado warning. Rotation on the storms northwest of Oklahoma City. The couplets are starting to ramp up. Nothing major, just storms northeast of Oklahoma City are starting to rotate now as the low-level jets increasing. Tornado warnings for St. Louis and then areas back to the north of Oklahoma City. Watch this large severe thunderstorm in the Dallas Metroplex. Mainly it's a hailer at this point. Has been for several hours. No signs of rotation as far as tornadic development, but just a large supercell producing lots of hail. I'm about ready to peel north here. There we go. We're going to come north on 75 on the northeast side, and we're going up here Plano, Allen. See where this thing comes across at. This is 75. The north. This is now northeast of downtown Dallas. I'm just almost to Plano. Very heavy. A lot of businesses. 500 Fortune companies through here. This is the area we're tracking. Large severe thunderstorm back on the northwest side, north of Fort Worth, moving east to the just north of the 635 outer loop. I'm about ready to get to 75 and go north up to Allen, and we'll get in a position and try to find a high place and watch the storm come east. We're 647, about an hour and a half away from dark, and we're going to have the low jets slowly ramping up. I can tell you that east side of Dallas, east of 35 East, has way different sky conditions than over by 35 West. This looks way, way more unstable, way stronger jet over here. You can just tell by the clouds and the bases, lower LCLs. The atmosphere looks very conducive for intensification of that storm that's on the northwest side of the metro as it comes east and gets in this better low-level jet. Okay, so now exit 75. I'm going to take 75 northbound. At Plano, coming into Plano now. 75 McKinney, 75 south, 75 north. I gotta be honest with you, this area near 75 on the sky conditions looks extremely unstable and just looks, look how big, lower the bases are. You know, probably 3,000, 2,000. They just look really good. And I just made a big mistake and missed my freaking exit. Ugh! Okay. Get off the next exit. We'll do a loop around real quick. It helps what exactly what's going on. Got it. Got to get off the next exit. Yeah, this is the road I was on when we had the Dallas tornado a couple years back. At night time, I was out here on this bridge. Matter of fact.
In half a mile, use the right two lanes to take the exit toward Jupiter Road.
So I might get off here at Jupiter and circle back when we go back northbound. Now really watch these roads because you gotta get off and back on. These roads split really quick. You might listen to Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex, you know what I'm talking
Use
about.
the right two lanes to take the exit.
But I do love the turnarounds, the turnabouts here in Texas. They're awesome. They're all over the place. They're just fabulous, right? I love them. My goodness, look at the sky. Man, it's got that really bad look. You just know something bad's going to happen. Get the low jet ramping up, a big supercell in progress. The low jet's coming in. Yep.
Continue on Texas 190 for half a mile.
We're going to do a roundabout here.
In half a mile, slide left on East President George Bush Highway.
Make a left here. Go underneath the bridge, come back west. All these wonderful restaurants here in Dallas Metroplex. Silver Fox Prime Steakhouse. Wow, I've never been there. That looks really good.
Slide left onto East President George Bush Highway.
There we go. We're going to do, but traffic's backed up, so I can't quite get to my turnaround. I'll look at radar again and see what we have here. Say these folks, this storm may just a supercell. It's now in Aurora. Just updated. Shows torrential downward hail. Let's see if they issued a new warning. Not yet. They'll have a new warning soon. A lot of people are on a Boyd, Aurora, just north of Newark. And it's starting to lift more and more to the north, which is what I thought. It's going to go north of Louisville now. Based on the latest track, Lake Dallas, Holland Village, the Colony. Colony, I got friends that live in the Colony area. You know you are. Colony, you got to prepare for possibly a large destructive hailstorm. Not in the warning yet, but will be soon. In the next warning, it will be coming out. I'm sure it's going to be a destructive hail, severe thunderstorm warning. Based on the current, nope. Gotta watch everybody.
In a quarter mile, slide left onto the President George Bush Turnpike West Rim. Slide left onto the President George Bush Turnpike West Rim, then merge onto East President George Bush Turnpike.
We're gonna get back over 75 and head north. My gut is, guys, as this storm gets east, as it gets east of
East President George Bush Turnpike,
the 35 west there, and it gets over here, it'll be closer to 75 eastward. I think it's going to go into hyper mode. It's just got everything going for it. It's a big, large supercell. New storms are exploding now. Okay, got storms exploded east of Ardmore. New storms in south central Oklahoma are exploding. Those are going to be your new supercells, potentially, possibly tornadic thunderstorms are developing. New supercells are exploding east of Ardmore, south central Oklahoma now.
Use the right lane to take the US 75 north rim.
Going northbound. Still got a tornado warning north of Stillwater in central Oklahoma, north of Oklahoma City. Tornado warning there.
Continue on US 75 north.
Tornado warning continues St. Louis. Right? See what this severe storm does. Got that storm just exploding northeast of Ardmore. That's pretty scary. Here comes with that new storm firing off way east there. We're about to go into super high mode here. Yeah, there's a whole line forming. Boom, a big old line just exploded. East of 35, the lines forming on the low level jet now, including north of me. Mill Creek, Wetumpka, Medill, Backbill, and Rampley. Even storms off just immediately to my north now. Tico and Aubrey. Wow. This is the low-level jet area over here. Louisville eastward is low-level jet. That storm gets east about another 15, 20 miles. We'll see what it does. My gut is it's going to continue to intensify. I don't think it'll weaken. I'm just watching. I'm watching the culprit really, really, really close.
Half a mile. Keep left to stay on US 75 north.
Okay. I'm gonna watch the storm coming in from the west. Hail core is just really solid hail core now. Should have a new warning at any minute.
Keep left to stay on US 75 north.
Storm is gaining strength and looking better and better. It's big hail core's over Aurora now.
Continue on US 75
2.5 inch hail.
9 miles.
So it's just going to go south of Denton. There's a new warning. See what they said. Here we go. New severe thunderstorm warning. 1.5 inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. Okay. This is going to be southeastern Wise, Denton County, and northern Tarrant County until 8 p.m. 6:50. 3. Doppler radar indicates severe thunderstorm near Brer, moving east at 35, which slowed its track down. I kind of noticed that also. Ping pong by size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds are associated with this storm. Okay. It gives about 20 cities that's going to be in the path of it. I'm not going to read them all. There's a lot. So I'm going to get up north here. It looks like Frisco, you're just about in the middle of the severe thunderstorm warning. And I'd say based on its track, it looks pretty good. Justin, just south of Denton, you're in the warning. Louisville, you're in the warning. It's going to go to Argyle, Johnson, kind of the normal track. Lake Dallas, Lake Elm, Little Elm, Oak Point, Highland Village, probably very close and just northwest of Louisville. I'm heading north up here to Allen and then McKinney. Gotta get ready for the storm as it comes east here. See what happens. Wow, it's just really got that look. It's just got a great look as far as structure. Okay, that's interesting. It's occasionally it tightens up, but not for very long, maybe a minute or two, and then it kind of weakens on that inbound, outbound, just northeast of Newark, south of Rome, across the interstate over there. Yes. The hell, yeah. I don't want to be stuck in the drive. I want to be on this outer loop, right, where I can get off 75, let it do its deal. It's not tornado right now. It's just producing golf ball or bigger, ping pong size hail. That'll just shut the interstate down, right? And once you stop and storm moving at 50, you're done. You're over. You go home. You're done. You can't. The chase is over, right? I'm trying to give it time to mature, let the low level jet ramp up, and see if this thing doesn't start producing tornadoes. It may not. Or do we go to softball grapefruit size hails and it gets northeast of here? I have no idea. But I'm going to be up there and let's see what happens. So all I'm doing at this point, it's not in total, super bad mode right now, but it has gotten better. It's just a nice big thunderstorm. 81 degrees, low level jets ramping up. Check back in Oklahoma. Make sure nothing bad's happening. The next storm is back to the northeast of Oklahoma City, a very small storm. It does have a very interesting circulation. A lot of inbound, outbound couplets going on in Oklahoma along that line. Okay. That's interesting. We're getting TVS trips now. Okay. Looks like DFW and the terminal Dopplers at DFW and Dallas Love are both up and operational. Got 60-second updates on the velocity couplets or the storm itself, right? So I'm in rapid scan Doppler updates now off the terminal Dopplers at DFW Airport. So I get a new velocity image every 60 seconds. Storms can attribute its trip TVS again, and it's east-northeast, which is not uncommon for a large supercell like this. It's pretty common, actually. See if this thing tightens up or what it's thinking about doing. We got another radar I need to start looking at. We've got the Durant radar we put in here last year. So I'm going to switch over to the Durant radar. They're on the Red River up to the northeast up here. Look at it and see what this storm looks like from the Durant live radar. Okay, storms are exploding just to the northwest of Durant. Big supercells are exploding now. Nice big storms now going up. Storms going up to the west of Sherman now. New cells going up there. Nothing too bad, but they're definitely interesting. The storm looks really good. Yep. Okay. Nothing can tell you nothing right now with that. The local radars real close by are the best ones. Okay. Storm is getting, so again, just a large severe thunderstorm. northeast shows about 2.5 inch hail. So I'm going to go Colin north of. It's going to head up toward Frisco, maybe McKinney. I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to stop up here, just past Allen. I'm going to stop up here, probably the McKinney area, Fairview, McKinney. I think I'm going to stop up here at 121. That's not going to be too far up the road here. That looks like a good place to stop in case we go back southwest or get ready to intercept it. Yeah, I'm going to stop on the south side of McKinney here. It's 399.5. That looks like a really good area to stop. Actually, you need a zero right here. Look pretty good. Very dark back west now. Got a heavy storm down in south central Oklahoma east of Ardmore. The storm may go over north of McKinney now and start to lift more to the instead of doing is lifting the low jet slowly increasing and trying to shove the storm more to the north versus due east, which is what I thought was going to happen. That's why I got over here on the northeast side of the metro, and as it enters that jet, let's see if it comes uncorked or what happens. I've thought about chasing Ohio tomorrow. I've got. If I chased, I'd fly out there tomorrow morning. Air is really, notice I come north here, the moisture's pulling about 80 degrees, and it's the wind's a pretty good stiff wind out of the south here. And it looks like it's very humid, and the skies are getting very, very, very dark to my west now. Almost black. Very dark skies to my west now. It's this large supercell with the golf ball or larger hail back west is coming east. Eventually coming to McKinney or past just north of McKinney. Got to think about the road. There's a road here. 121 is a good road that goes northeast. It's probably the road I probably need to, actually probably the more I think about this, that's probably what I need to do is get ready to get on 121 on the north side of McKinney and possibly get ready to go northeast with the storm. Hopefully it parallels 121, and I say that in a good sense. That makes it way safer to chase, right? If the storm's just barely on the north side of 121, let the inflow, track up along 121 as it gets to the north of McKinney potentially. You don't want the hill cord stuff on 121. You're trying to stay ahead of it. It makes it much tougher to intercept. 6 miles for a turnoff. There's that. Wow. Oh, lots of hail reports back west. Let's see what the biggest one I can find. Half-inch. It looks like this thing's producing just a ton of small hail. Oh, there's a 2-inch hail report. Public report south of Rome, 2-inch downward hail. That's pretty good size hail. So it's 2-inch TVS. Okay. Again, just a large severe thunderstorm. Nothing super crazy right now as far as rotation goes. Just a big severe thunderstorm heading basically east, northeast, northeast. It's really large. The hail core shrinks again. It's coming back down again right now as we speak. And it heads toward Justin at 35. It's across north of Louisville. It's aiming right toward Frisco. It might go just north or just south. I'm definitely going to stop in the McKinney area, and it should come right at McKinney. You know, just south of McKinney, over McKinney, or right near me. Skies are very, very dark to my west. I'll get ready. I'll pick a spot where this across this area, and I'll get ready for filming, and we'll intercept the core as it comes across this area. Another good quick trip. Super dead air, yeah. Really, really dark back to my west now. I mean, you can tell the storm's coming.
In 2 miles, use the right 2 lanes to take exit 44 for Texas 121 north toward Bonham.
That's interesting. Just a large severe thunderstorm. Kind of backloads a little bit. Another large severe thunderstorm in Osage County. Looks like it's producing damaging winds west of Hominy. Severe thunderstorm warning with that storm. Cocaine storms are going up. Okay. We're going to flip around here. farther north. Oh, I just found, stand by. Oh, you guys missed it. Southbound on the exit right here. Southbound, there's a whole, I'm not sure if it was Texas Tech or Normandale, the whole developer team is just went southbound, just passed me on the direction on the Search Road. They're getting ready for the storm over here. Same thing as I am doing. They're getting in position to sample the storm. They're collecting scientific data. There's about 4 mobile mesonet units just passed me southbound on the Search Road, so they're doing the same thing I'm doing. There's Bucky's.
Then turn left onto Central Expressway.
Yeah, Bucky's Boulevard. All right, there's Bucky's Boulevard. Yep, got a yellow. We're gonna stop. There's Bucky's. All right, so I'm gonna turn back around and go back down to McKinney. It's the same thing. You got to jockey in position to figure out which way this storm's going to track. So they're. It's interesting. They're on this east side over here, waiting, kind of on the northeast side. You know, it's like, well, let's just let it get past the metro and let's see what this thing does, right? It weekends gets crazy. Yep.
Turn left onto Central Expressway, then slide left onto the US 75 South ramp.
I think what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna stay on this ramp. I'm gonna stay on this ramp and see how far I can go back south. That may be a better solution. That way I'm not stuck on the interstate. If I want to pull over somewhere I can, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get back in position, back south here, and get back in front of this storm where it's gonna come down. See what this stuff does. That storm's going up over Durant now, north up there. Yeah, this Justin storm it really does look fantastic. I mean, the storm back west is, again, not tornadic. It's just a very, very well structured supercell. Cranberry's trying. I gotta look at something. He's telling me a storm back southwest is trying to develop a tornado. I don't see it. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's trying. Yeah, yeah, okay, I got it. Just a little notch. Okay, there's a little notch back there. That Cranberry. Okay, Cranberry. Got family members that live down there. I like this, I just like this big open situation. Justin, it's coming down. Little L, Frisco. Yeah, I'm gonna go back south. I might get on the interstate and just jog a little bit south here, maybe back 5 miles. I think I'm gonna go back to that road. It goes back west of McKinney. I think it's 380. And I'm gonna get back on that road and see what do I got here. I believe it's 380 that goes back west there. Let's see what it does here. I like the storm back west. Gotta be patient. I didn't take 121 southwest. I think I'm gonna stop on this other road. Oh, there's a racetrack down there. That's good. I'm gonna do that. Let's go down here. There's another quick trip. There's a racetrack down there. I'm gonna go south here about not very far, 6 miles.
Starting route to Quick Trip.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get back on
In 3/4 of a mile, keep left to merge onto US 75 South.
So I'm gonna get back down here on the west side of McKinney and get ready either to let it come over me there or just south of McKinney on 121. Okay, this is 543, 195 spur. And let people go by. You gotta watch everybody. It's a 4-way stop. Yeah. Gotta keep your eyes peeled, big time. That's why you gotta get a spot picked out before the storm gets to you. You know it's coming. You know it's probably gonna be at least.
Use the left lane to keep left to merge onto US 75 South.
At least golf ball size hill, maybe larger. So you just gotta get ready for it, right? Looks like it's coming back down in intensity again. Still a very well structured storm though. It's not the worst storm I've ever seen.
Keep left.
but it is a nice storm, nevertheless. With 78 degrees, probably 72 point low-level jets ramping up, and they've got tower and queue actually east. We've got new towers, like new storms are about to develop just east of McKinney. We've got brand new towers going up immediately east of 75 now. Brand new towers are going up immediately east of 75. Big swelling towers.
Stay in the left 4 lanes.
Let's see what happens here.
In about 1 mile, take exit 41 toward Greenville and Denton. Take exit 41 toward Greenville and Denton.
I do like they got towers going up, so low-level jets ramping up. Got brand new fresh towers going up along and east of 75 ahead of the storm. It shows you're in a very dynamic upper motions coming out. The jets ramping up too, which is, you really need the jet to ramp up for the storm to go to the next level. It may not happen, but it should happen.
At the next light, turn right.
You get down here, just kind of get off the highway, get into an open parking lot, and look at some data and see what we can figure out what's going to happen next with this storm. If I get too involved in the traffic. Spring Creek Barbecue. Has anybody had Spring Creek Barbecue down here in Dallas? Up in this area? Beaver nuggets, yeah. Yep. There's an open mall. Let's see what we've got over here. Get past this car wash. Hey, there's a car wash. Yeah, it's not blue though. It says car wash on it. Does have a concrete roof. See, what I do now is I start scouting. I'm in the scout mode on 380 here, and I'm looking for cover. I'm looking for big cover. So if the wind comes out of the west at 70, 50, 70, where's a big, huge awning cover on the east side of a building? So it'll block the hill, and you start looking for bank drive-ins, things where I can take cover. Right? You kind of there's a bank building here on the right, Bank of America, but it's all of its. There's a racetrack. Yeah, there's a lot of shopping centers here. A lot of things are really open on the west side, which means, you know, the big storm coming in from the west, you just get hammered. So racetracks, awnings, not. It's okay. I'd probably hang out on the east side of that racetrack there. Interesting. I'm kind of in scout mode right now, in case this thing starts wanting to whale some big hail. Yeah, not too bad. It's kind of just maintaining. It's not like the storm's not going crazy. It's just kind of just slowly getting its act together. It kind of goes up and down and pulsing. I'll definitely say, yeah, the low-level jets over here by McKinney. You can see the storms developing north of me at Durant, up into southeast Oklahoma, now east of I-35, and the low-level jets like right over here. As it comes east, it should either maintain or actually intensify on the east side, northeast side of the metro here, Frisco, up toward McKinney. We should have an intensified supercell as it gets over into this low-level jet. The stronger inflow is what I'm saying. Doesn't mean it will. It could weaken it. It could make it go crazy. You know, a lot of different things could happen. Okay, I don't want to go too deep here. This area. I'll look at something real quick. Huh. I'm laughing. There's a restaurant up front of me here. It says storming crab. A half mile up here at McKinney. Storming crab. You can't make this stuff up, right? You're chasing it. It's storming. Yes, it is storming. Storming Crab on 380. That's 3 stars. Seafood. The Blue Goose Cantina, 3.5 stars. Okay. The Cotton Patch Cafe. Gloria's Latino cuisine. I love Gloria's. I've eaten at several of them around Texas, and they're fantastic. Oh my gosh. Just stay away from the margaritas. Haven't drank in about 5 years, but their margaritas are unbelievable. Oh my goodness. Glorious. Woo! Food. Oh my goodness. It's super fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna find a place to. I don't want to get in this heavy traffic at 380. So I'm gonna find a place to pull over for a few minutes, but give you guys a view. By the way, I am westbound at 380. It's west of McKinney. Look at all this area. Oh, there's a nice cover. Oh, there we go. Yeah. I told you we'd find something. I'm looking. I'm always on the scout. Oh, there's Gloria's right there. Oh, I've been here before. There's 54 Street Cafe. I've been there. It was okay. 54th Street was it's kind of a brewery. It was okay. You know, it was decent. It was packed. I couldn't get in Gloria's last time I was here. Last time I was here, actually, we had baseball-sized hell right by here. I remember that. I was in there eating restaurant. The warning went off, and I couldn't get in Gloria's. I did eat the 54th Street Brewery, and it was pretty decent. It was okay. But Gloria's had like a 2-hour wait. It was pretty packed. So I'm gonna hang in this area for just a few minutes, about 15 minutes, and let's see what comes in back west. What this thing does, if it's gonna ramp up, ramp down. Is it gonna go into? It still hasn't taken off yet. Oh, here's Costco's parking lot. Lovely. Wanna go shopping at Costco? How about that? I love Costco, by the way. Look at Costco. The parking lot is packed. Okay, I'm gonna pull over here in the Costco parking lot. We're gonna face west. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Costco parking lot. I'm gonna come in here and gonna go west. Thank you. There we go. Let's do that. Okay, let's do that. Okay. There's a shopping cart. There's a tree. Catch some hail in the cart. Yeah. All right. There's some stuff under construction. There's a garage over there. It's open. It's a place to change oil. You could definitely probably. Yep. You guys ready? you know. I'm getting ready. I'm staging because I know something's gonna happen, right? Okay. Storm. It's in the line. It's just. Yeah. It's just not. It's kind of getting shared a little bit. Let's see what it does here. I'd say overall, it looks like it's weakened. Well, no, that's funny. That's not funny, but that's interesting what it just did. So the southwest tower weakened, but the north tower just over North Lake kind of exploded. So it's kind of, it's trying to take off to the more, it's slowly turning more to the northeast. Slowly. It's just ever so slowly starting to turn more to the northeast. Instead of east-northeast, now it's more straight northeast, probably about 240-ish. And I think once it gets over here and gets in this area, it gets past, when it gets over here about another 30 miles east, I think you're going to see it could die, it could go nuts, it can maintain. I'm not sure what's going to happen. Right now, the attribute was south of me. Now the attribute says it's going to go over Prosper. Prosper is going to go over to Melissa, and it's going to go up very close to Highway 121, which is what I just talked about, right? Like 15 months ago. So there are towers developing all over the metro. McKinney, east, southeast of McKinney, I see towers. Matter of fact, on radar now over Wiley and Lucas, you can see new echoes showing up on the Fort Worth radar. There's new echoes starting to go up now. Okay. The storm back west now is putting out an outflow boundary. I see an outflow boundary coming out from my storm. Yeah, there's an outflow boundary coming out from my storm, but it's out ahead of the bottom of the hook, the inflow area. It's slightly like ever so slightly behind its own. It's producing an outflow boundary. So this storm is now, everything southwest of it is going to be elevated, right? Because it's got a supercell on it. Let me see if I can get this camera to you guys. I'll try to do this. This is probably not going to be pretty. Let me see. Yeah, there you go. Okay, we'll do this. There, that's where I'm at, right? See that storm? Look at that. Now watch this. It's gonna be hard to see that little point at it. Or see if I can do my camera. Get my finger right. See this little blue line right there? See that little outflow boundary? So the storm is producing an outflow boundary. So everything back southwest of it becomes elevated. It means it'll go. It'll be hard to tornado or do anything. So this storm is producing an outflow boundary. So this storm is, if we get the inflow to come, just pick up a little bit. And you'll see if I span out here, you can see these storms develop. This is the low-level jet ramping up, okay, in Oklahoma, and you can kind of see where it's at. It's like it's over here about Highway 75, right? So as this storm comes east, it gets over in this low-level jet. I'll just mark it here for you. As this storm comes east and gets over, closer to this area, back over in this area, it should ramp up, but no guarantees it'll do that, right? But it could. But you never know. Oh, beautiful lightning. Oh man, just gorgeous lightning back to my west here. Gonna get the cameras going. Wow. We'll see what the storm does. It's got the markings of something cool. I'll let that go by. Okay. So it was gonna go south of me. Now it looks like it's gonna come. It looks like it's gonna parallel, go right up Highway 121 or very close to it. Again, nothing really magical about that storm right now. The hell core, it came down. Now there's a north core and a south core. And between North Lake and Justin, the hill core is expanding again, kind of northeast, southwest oriented. Not jump, the attribute jump northeast. TVS 2-inch downward hill, east northeast at 25 knots. So it's not flying, it's slowed down. Can be good and bad with it slowing down on the storm track. It's slowed down, but it gets over this jet, it ought to ramp up. But again, no guarantees. It says 750, 805, 820. 820 is at Prosper, which is 1 hour from now. That's kind of ridiculous. Okay, I'm sorry, that's just ridiculous. So let me think about this. I think we need to move west and let's get over in the action. I think we need to get in the. You guys want to get in the action? I need some people to tell me what you want to get in the action to go back west. Yeah. McKinney, I might do this. You know, it's actually going to go just. It sure is. There's where I'm at. I'm on that 380. You know what? I'm on the west side over here. That's what it's going to do. Yep. I'm going to turn my attribute on. Let's do that. Yep. Uh-oh. Stand by, guys. I've got to call my wife. I've got a tornado warning, Tulsa. So it just came out. Let's see what happened. Oh, Lordy. Oh, that's Osage County. It's not Tulsa. It's Osage County. But thanks, Chris, for telling me. Let me see where it's going. Okay, that tornado warning is going to go. That's going to go north of my house or northwest of my house. Okay. Oh, I see what's on. It's got an included. No, it's tornado. And gosh darn it. Winona and Barnstall. It's in central Osage County. Going to go to Oshaleta, and then eventually it's going up to Burrillsville. Let me call my wife. You'll hear what's going on here. Let me just tell her real quick. We thought that was going to happen. We didn't know at what time, but it. Hey, sweetie, I'm streaming live, but I don't have you on speaker. That storm in southeast Osage just went tornado warning coming out of Winona, and it's going to head up to, it looks like it's turning right now just northeast. It's going to go to Barnstall, Oshaleta, and probably just south of Burrillsville. Between Oshaleta and Burrillsville. Is
that the one that started near Glencoe?
Probably did, babe. I haven't been watching up in that area, but it's like a yeah. It looks decent. It's a QCL type tornado. It's got a hook on it with it's out ahead of the line or the wrap is, but it looks like a full blown tornado now east of Winona heading toward Barnstall. Tornado warning out of Tulsa just issued.
Did you say that you were streaming live right
Yeah,
now?
I'm streaming live on YouTube, babe. I'm I'm down on the north. I'm at McKinney, Texas, northeast side, with a storm periodically hook, golf ball, baseball hail, still a flying screaming eagle coming across some 80 degrees down here. The low level, it's about to hit the low level jet on the east side of Dallas, and I'm just waiting to see if it goes nuts. The Doppler team is down here, babe. It looks like it may have a full blown intense tornado now. Yeah, you've got a tornado. Tornadoes in progress now, east of Winona for sure. Let me see if I got a debris ball. Just a minute to check. Yeah, I got a debris. I got a TD. I got a tornado debris signature now.
Oh, yeah, that is the one that came out of Glencoe, and yes, it is.
Yeah, I've got a debris signature now. I got CC's got light blue.
Most definitely.
Yeah, I got a tornado in progress now, east of Winona. It's going to go to Barnstall. Tornado warning. It's going to go north.
It's already at Barnstall. It's near Boston. It's going to go just past Barnstall. Like
correct. Tornadoes in progress.
It's going to miss Barnstall, but it's wow. Yeah, it's that. Let me just look at the.
Let me go to Terminal Doppler. By the way, you're live streaming, so just so you know. Okay, I'm going to Terminal. If you go to Terminal Doppler, babe, you're going to see. You get a better look at it. It went south of Winona. Tornado is not past Barnstall, sweetie. It's coming right at Barnstall. It'll be there in a few minutes. Let me see who's up. Somebody, Brian. Okay, there's a chaser right just north of it there. Yeah, it's tornadoes in progress southwest of Barnstall, 3 miles southwest of Barnstall. Tornadoes in progress.
From what I'm looking at.
Yeah, go to Terminal Doppler, sweetie. The Terminal Doppler updates every 60 seconds, sweetie. Yeah, it's a tornado in progress.
Yeah, I understand that, Jeff. I'm telling you though, I think it's gonna just barely. It's gonna just brush. It's just gonna brush Barnstall.
No, that's true. It's going to go probably just west of them. It's going to lift as it pivots out.
Exactly. Yeah, I really do think so. But it's that close.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting as soon as the storms get over by 75, which I'm on 75 here, sweetie.
Oh wow! It just really wrapped up.
Yeah, I did. It's wrapping up. It's producing a significant tornado now. There, that's northwest of Tulsa.
It just wrapped up. It sure did.
Let me see. Let me look at CC. Yeah, I've got a CC drop. It's not real big, but it is tornadoing. It should have a tornado confirmed coming out. It definitely has, it's definitely got a CC with it. Yeah, I just want to give you a heads up about the tornado warning.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, watch the storms at Cleveland, honey. If they come east, or see what happens there. I'm not sure what's going to happen there. That's probably going to be the worst storm near you the rest of the evening. I'm thinking, but you just never know. That's definitely a bona fide tornado.
Yeah, because we're going to go right in between everything.
Yeah, there it is. It's heading. It's going to go just on the west side of Barnstall.
There's a line of storms that's going to be coming up just to our east,
right?
And they're going to go, and then there's going to be those storms to our west, and I think we're going to miss it. I really do.
Yeah, well, that's what the computer model showed. It was good. The worst is going to be just northwest of Tulsa Metro, and it is. Okay, wow. That's the tornado progress. Watch that. I'll let you go, babe. I'm going to watch the stuff down here. Bye bye.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Bye bye. Okay, it's my lovely wife, and you heard that interaction. So, tornado warning up northwest there. This storm. Guys, overall, the storm looks okay. It's having a hard time getting organized. Yeah. I'm watching the storm Argyle back down to Marshall Creek. I'm just trying to see any signs of this thing intensifying. Right now, I do not. Argyle's got the big hail core just about to come into Argyle. So is an inch and 3/4. Not east-northeast at 26 knots. It's slow. It's amazing how it's slowed its timing down. It's kind of nuts how slow it's moving. Because it's moving really quick earlier, and then storm back south there it's coming up. That's back down southwest of Fort Worth, south of Fort Worth. The line down there, south of Glen Rose, in that area. Right now, I don't see anything really that nuts. Well, let's see here. I'm just watching these storms here. Some damaging winds. Yeah, the northern storm. If the storm slows down anymore, the line's going to overtake it, and it's just going to become a kind of a blob. And I'm afraid that's what's happening right now with that storm back to the west. It's kind of slowing down, and it's not showing the path of it, but it's kind of slowing down. See what else we had tornado warnings on. Storm north of Springfield looks very suspicious. Almost tornadic. North of Springfield, Missouri. Severe thunderstorm warning. They're in a tornado watch. That looks pretty bad. Severe thunderstorm. Another severe thunderstorm is going through. It's now past St. Louis. Off to the east, another supercell is approaching St. Louis from the west with a small hook on it. That's the riding the warm front. So right now, I'd say the most dangerous storm right now in the entire plains is a storm that's north of Tulsa. That's like 15 miles northwest of 20 miles northwest of my house, where I live. Tornado's still in progress, very near Barnsdall. Yep, Barnsdall, tornado's in progress. Kind of a QCL rain wrap tornado. Beautiful lightning just west of me. Okay, interesting. Right now, folks, I'd say nothing too exciting with this storm down here. It's this thing's got a little bit of a gust front now. South of Denton, back to Double Creek's got, you can see a little bit of 30 to 40 mile an hour. It does have an RFD gust front coming out of it. I can see a circulation back north of Argyle. There's a spin on the north side of this gust front, and now the gust front, the RFD, is surging to the east, rapidly approaching Latina, Bartonville, Cannon, and then it's going to go south of Corinthian, and it's going to go Lake Dallas, and then eventually it'll come over here to Frisco area. The attribute's still right here. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and start taking us westbound on 380, and let's go look at it and see what we have. Okay, let's go see if we got any structure. Let's do anything cool. Got any great lightning? Got a wall cloud? Got a big shelf cloud? Got anything that's cool looking? We'll go over and go see it. Right? Let's see what it's doing. Okay. We may have to come back for cover right there, which is fine. We're gonna go back here west on 380. Wow. Going from McKinney, we're gonna go back west here on 380, and we'll see what we can. Storm's back west of me. I know we're gonna have some. Let's get some. A little bit of clean. Got some pollen, some gunk on the window. Be looking for. Looks sturdy to you. Okay, thank you. You never know what you see. I got my Mattis overhead. Yep. Some nice Mattis. That's good. Not bad, depending on your angle. Yeah, big old Mattis clouds. Wow, you can see the Mattis on the top of the screen there, guys. Look at the big Mattis pockets. Let's go over here west and let's check out the storm and see what we got. Yep. Wow. So it's just saying it's gonna come toward us here and it's gonna cross this road in front of us here toward Little Elm and just north of Frisco of 380. It's a current track. It is coming east. If anything, I think the Hellcore, yeah, it's overall, I'd say over the last 15 minutes, the storm has come down about half of what it was. So it's weakened. Doesn't mean it's going to stay that way, but right now it's pretty much on the limp side. It's okay. But nothing compared to like it was 20 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, an hour ago is way better organized. But again, once you get in this low-level jet, it's just you never know what these things are going to do. Sometimes I've seen them actually even kill the storm. Then other times I've seen them make the storm just go crazy, right? You never know what's going to happen. So the best storm in the entire plains right now is the tornadic storm that's crossing, just went past Barnsdall. Yep, just northeast of Barnsdall. It's going to go to north of Oshaleta and then up to south of Bartlesville, Oklahoma. That's northwest of Tulsa. Tornado in progress. tornado warning with it did have a TDS debris signature with a really good couplet. If you go Tulsa Terminal Doppler, that's in Broken Arrow, it has a really nice couplet. Continues track off to the east-northeast. Yep. I'm sure there's going to be video of that here shortly. There's a couple chasers right there by it, and they'll probably have their drones launched, so we should have some video of that as the evening goes on here. Ooh, see that big lightning bolt across the sky, guys? See, had a nice big amble sparker across the sky there. Nothing, the attribute's about right, coming right at me here. Wow, let's just see if this thing can blossom, or if it's gonna come back up or come back down. A lot of mammatus in the air. But again, overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it a 2 right now, as far as just a garden variety severe thunderstorm is how I'd classify it right now, just based on what I'm seeing on the radar and the Doppler. It's a severe thunderstorm. It was much more intense, much more better structure, overall structure of the intensity of the storm, the look of the storm, all that about 15 to 30 minutes ago. And I think the back line is catching up with it now. And anytime a line catches up with the existing storm, it starts interrupting its structure. And that's exactly what's happened. You got storms on the southwest flank of it, so it can't be on its own. It's like you get a bunch of stuff around you, and it can't properly ventilate and suck in air, and you got all these competing airflows going into different structures around it, and it makes it hard to stay organized, which is good for this area. It prevents you guys from having either bad hail or worse, right? So today, overall, it's been not nearly as bad as the models thought it was going to be, but it's definitely overall, it was way less intense today than it was forecasted to be, which is a good thing. So that's a benefit to what's happened tonight, this afternoon here across North Texas and Oklahoma, because overall it's been almost, I wouldn't say a total non-event, but it's been almost a bust as far as the intensity of the storms and what we expected today. So that not much happened, honestly. It's been pretty mild, which is a good thing. Storms just slowly coming east-northeast. Actually, it looks like it's... Oh, I see what's going on, I think. Let me see if I'm right. Yeah, I think I am. I think what's happened is pretty positive of it. Not 100%, but yeah, I am. Okay, I just figured out what's happened. Yeah. So what's happened is there's an outflow boundary surging out ahead of the storm about 2 or 3 miles southeast of its inflow region. And when that happens, it undercuts the storm, and it'll cause the storm to weaken. So you've got an outflow boundary a couple miles ahead of the storm now. So that's why the storm is coming down, because it's like it cuts off the warm, moist inflow. So if you get kind of a northwest wind or west wind at 30 or 40, and it's, let's say, temperature 60 from 80, that little differential line, it causes the storm to come down in intensity, because there's outflow starting to get out ahead of the storm. So it's what we call it starts going elevated and it gets undercut. So that's kind of what I'm seeing on radar there. The outflow boundary is kind of getting out ahead of the storm right now, so it's getting undercut. That's what it looks like to me. Based on that, I see no reason to go any farther west, because I think it's going to continue to weaken as it comes east here, is what it looks like to me. I'm going to go back to 75. There's no reason to go any farther west. The storm's getting undercut right now. Shouldn't, but it is. And I think that's the problem. And the other problem is the line has caught up with the storms, so that's the other problem that's interfering with it. If nothing else is happening, I'm heading back home. We'll see what happens here. Storms in southeast Oklahoma are severe warning. They have a new tornado warning out of Tulsa. For now, Washington County. Tornado continues. Actually, looks like it may have intensified. It's going to go northwest of Oshaleta. We see off the new tornado warning now Tulsa Weather Service issued. If it's they would confirm yet, tornado warning radar indicated, not confirmed. Osage County, northern Washington County, radar indicated. Okay. See a couple of chasers in the area. About 3 or 4 chasers right ahead of the tornadic storm circulation. If it's on the ground, it looked like it was back on the ground back southwest or about 10 miles earlier, about 15 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. But it's getting recruited. It's just west of Highway 75, so it's going to come across an area you can chase really well, south of Dewey, south of Burlesville, and you can visually see it. When you get on 75, the things illuminate really well right there, right? You got city lights and you can see the bottom of the storm and the structure. Because right now it's cutting through the woods. It's a very rural area right there north of Oshaleta. And the way the thing's pivoting and living, it's probably going to go just south and east of Burlesville, barely. It looks like it's tracking off to the east-northeast, quite frankly. This is a storm you got to watch as it goes up toward Delaware, Lenape, and hits on up, extreme southeast Kansas later. That's the storm you got to watch for sure. Yeah, it's definitely rotating. It's got very good structure. That storm could continue to produce another tornado. Yeah, that's rocking pretty good now up there. Okay, I'm gonna go back east. I think right now, folks, it's good news is for everybody down here in Texas is just good. Gonna get some rain, maybe some quarter-size hail. Golf ball size hail, but right now it's on its way down. It doesn't mean in an hour or so that if it gets east there, that it can't go nuts, right? Okay. People are texting me now about tomorrow, about how bad it could be, and it could be. I'm watching the velocity couple off the terminal Doppler, both DFW and Dallas Love. I'm trying to see if this thing is going to ramp up. I'm watching the inflow. And if the inflow, here's the thing, if the inflow can be stronger than the outflow, right? And right now they're almost balanced. It's probably the outflow is a little bit stronger than the inflow as far as low level jet, but if it can get where it's in balance, then you're going to get a circulation spin up. But right now I'd say the outflow is stronger than the inflow. That's what it looks like on the terminal Doppler. But if the low level jet's 45, 50 miles an hour over here, McKinney east northeast, and you can get it to ramp up, then the storm may start producing, may get its act together and start producing tornadoes, right? Possibly. But right now it looks like the outflow is stronger. Using the terminal Doppler, you can see the outflow surging east, about 40 probably, maybe close to 50 off the Dallas DFW airport. No circulation right now, but just good inflow, and definitely can see the outflow coming east, and it's heading east northeast. Actually, the outflow is almost moving due east. So just got to see it. Just went, break, stop. Tornado warning now, south side of Fort Worth. Okay, tornadoes ongoing, standby. Tornado now, southwest side of Fort Worth. Joshua, down south of Joshua. That's south of Fort Worth, north side of Claiborne. North of Claiborne, about 8 miles, tornado in progress. Northwest of Killeen, tornado warning now. This just came out of the Fort Worth Weather Office. It's spun up quick, guys. Here we go. We might get the same thing up here, so just stand by. Radar indicated. Doppler radar indicated tornado warning. Northeast Johnson County, north central Texas. 7:43, Doppler radar indicated storm producing a tornado near Joshua. Moving east at 35. Doppler radar indicated, okay? So developing tornado couplet, kind of like what got in Tulsa, moving east. It's downline. It's going to be north of Killeen, Olivera. I'm not going to say all these towns right. South of Broad Oaks, Cross Timber, south of there. It's going to go well south of the Fort Worth Metroplex, right? It's going south of the radar down there. It's going to go over toward, eventually downline, way downline, Venice, Alvarado on the 35 south of Fort Worth. And then eventually it'll go Methylonian, and then northwest of south of Cedar Hill, and then eventually over north of Waxahachie. Tornado warning out of Fort Worth now on the storm coming out down there, and it does look really good. I gotta be honest with you, it does look good. It just came out of nowhere, guys. It's embedded. Let me look at reflectivity here. Boom, man, that thing came out of nowhere. It just exploded. Small couplet. It's a QCL type tornado. You can see the couplet now. Gosh, I hate to bust all the way down there. I might go on the east side and bust southeast. If it continues to tornado, that storm will probably lift northeast. So it's getting in the low-level jet, and it's farther back southwest. Okay, so that storm, it's got a QCL type tornado with it now, for sure. And let me look. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, south of Joshua. Yep. So tornado warning. Take your tornado precautions. Give you the tornado warning south of Fort Worth, south of the Fort Worth radar. It's moving due east. The track is due east, and it's fast. It's moving due east. Might even be, it's even east. Guys, it's got just an ever so slight tint of an east southeast. Maybe moving 275 or something like that. This is tornado warning now. South of Joshua. It's kind of a QCL. It's got a rapid hook come up from the south side. That storm is on its own in the middle of the line, which is kind of unusual. There's a break there. My storm can spin up too. You start getting that low-level jet, and things ramp up. That looks very similar to the Tulsa storm. But the southern one there looks good. I mean, it looks legit. Let's see if I got a debris ball with it yet. I don't see a CC with it yet. Gosh, the radar down there out of Fort Worth looks fantastic. Yep. Just north of Claiborne. Moving due east. Alvaredo's going to cross 35 there. It's going to go just barely north of Keene, Texas. Yeah, it just spun up like crazy really fast. Now, if that would take off northeast, then I got a pretty good chance of catching that one. But right now he's moving due east. But if it starts coming northeast, it'd be very interesting. It's kind of interesting how it's way back with the and the blob, kind of in the back side of the hook. Yep, it's gate to gate. If it's not tornado, it ought to be quick. It's starting to get more. Yeah, it's definitely rotating. I'd say it's heavily rain wrapped. It's embedded in a strong circulation. That tells me that the low level jet's ramping up. So we got to really keep our eye out on both the northern storm here and the southern one, obviously, because it doesn't take much for things to just tip off and go boom. I'm in. Okay, the line back to my west. I got a gust front back to my west, still coming east. Oak Point, Lake Village, just north of Louisville, is a wind shift line from east southeast to west or west northwest, with this line, the storm back west coming east. Actually, it shows northeast, but it's actually moving just fortunately due east. It's probably going to go right over Frisco, just straight line winds at this point. Let me go back up here to the interstate and let's see what happens here. Wow, that storm over there. Wow, that's amazing. Just looking at different radars here. Fort Worth. Gosh, that happens so fast. Boom. Okay, it's still there, the tornado warning back down south there, but it's rapidly moving just to the north of Keene now. Looks like it's moving east. It's just ever slow east-southeast, but almost due east. About 40, maybe even 45. It's not messing around. When this stuff comes in the metro, you got to watch this line. Okay, I've got not a tornado, but I've got another circulation rapidly developing now. No warning on it yet. No warning yet. Stand by. I got another developing rapidly circulation now developing in southwest of Benbrook, southeast of Benbrook. You got an inbound, outbound starting to form there at Benbrook. On that line, Benbrook, there's another embedded circulation trying to form now. That's going to be in the metro. We've got a hook now forming rapidly now, just southeast of Benbrook, another developing tornado. He's got a big broad hook wrapping with strong inflow coming in. Northwest of the radar site. So I got one due south of the radar site and now immediately northwest of the radar site in Fort Worth. 2 circulations intensifying. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna stay on 380 here. And let me double check another map. So we've got 2 circulations now. I said the low level jet's ramping up, guys. This is exactly what it does. It goes from nothing to boom, I'm tornadoing in just like 30 seconds. This is exactly what happens when it hits the low level jet. That's exactly what's happening. It's 8 o'clock. I said 7:30, so I was close. One more second here. I'm going to continue east here. Okay, I'm going to take 380, kind of like this. It's Farmersville. I might, let me see if I got a chance to, I might hang around here. Don't want to go down in the metro unless I've got a tornado back north. That one down south there's, it's northeast of McKinney now. Looks, it's all got a nice couplet back to back. DFW area, just a gut. Right now it's not, no tight circulation, just an outbound only gust front. It's just a big broad gust front approaching the north side Frisco, Louisville. It's just an outbound gust front only. No inbound tightness at all. It's all outbound. But that can change really quick. It's interesting that things are starting to spin now. My gut tells me I'm just going to go east here and let's see what happens, either with a southern storm or if this northern storm does something, or if this southern storm. I've still got this just northwest of the Fort Worth radar. You got this outbound kind of moving east, but it's got this pinnage. It's going to be just south of downtown Fort Worth. You got a gust front coming in from the northwest. You got this gust front coming in from the southwest, and it's doing this kind of a squeeze play just northwest of the RDA side, the northwest Fort Worth radar site, just south of Fort Worth. You're just south of Fort Worth downtown. Watch that storm. It's got an open face hook. It's not a tornado yet, but it's got an open face couplet hook southwest of downtown Fort Worth. Watch that storm closely. Possibly a developing tornado if it tightens anymore. If it comes northeast, it's got that look. I see all kinds of boundaries bending and going into the storms now, back northwest of the Fort Worth airport. I can see the circulation back south of the airport. So definitely the little jets right there is ramping up in that area for sure. You got a couple circulations trying to form there. Intense lightning right behind me, big power lightning strikes. Just saw in the rearview mirror. See what my storm up north here is doing. Okay, just so far it's just all outbound. I don't have any inbound like a couplet forming yet. It's all outbound. The outbound goes from Little Elm to Louisville, South Lake, and then wraps back west to like near just northwest of downtown Fort Worth. Let's see what happens here. I'm gonna go east over here and let's see if the stuff down south maintains or if the stuff up here re-intensifies. Right now, the best circulation is south of Fort Worth, approaching I-35. It's really blown out hard. I mean, Olivero down on Olivardo, is that the proper way to say that? Yeah. Down south, it's kind of a QCL type tornado down south of the Fort Worth radar site. Yeah. Wow. Again, nothing. Still have a tornado warning now. A new tornado warning just went out for Nowata County out of Tulsa. That is a tornado that's coming out of just past southeast of Bortlesville. New tornado warning now going to Nowata. Does have a couplet that is fairly strong, but not incredibly strong. I don't think it's tornadoing right now, but it probably was. This is back in Oklahoma. That's going to be heading toward Delaware and Nowata. Delaware, Nowata, Oklahoma. It's just northeast of my house, about 40 miles. Tornado warning. North central, northeast Oklahoma, just south of the Kansas state line. So you see how all these storms start tornadoing. The other stuff up north was the first one, and then it's kind of the low level jets over at Tulsa, back down here to the Dallas Metroplex. Is low level jets is where it's ramping up, and now all of a sudden the storms want to start tornadoing. The one down south, they have the tornado warning on, and it looks like to me it's blown out. It's QCL type tornado. It's crossing I-35 now down there. Yeah, just crossed it. Just crossed 35, south of Fort Worth. Yep. Kind of a QCL type tornado, southwest of Fort Worth. And we'll see what happens up northwest of Fort Worth here. The south of downtown Fort Worth. You got a boundary coming in from the northwest. And you got this inflow because that storm south of Fort Worth is blowing it to the east. It's causing the winds south of Fort Worth to like back and increase. And the downtown area, that gust front to your northwest is rapidly moving east, southeast, or east. And the gust front up north here is accelerating. It's coming up. Okay, stand by. Okay, I'm not gonna pull the trigger yet, but let me just see. Okay, I've got a little bit of rotation developing now. The Little Elm and Hackleberry, inbound, outbound. I've got a bulge on the gust front south of there, and to the north of that, of the bulge, I've got an inflow notch developing now. Not strong, but it's developing. We'll see what happens. We'll see if they pull the trigger on anything here. Got another QCL type tornado developing in that area right now. It's small. It's not as intense as down south, but another QCL type situation is developing. It's going to be to the west northwest of Frisco. Little Elm using the Tomerdolf radar from DFW. Just a little bit inbound, starting to form now. That's the lull of jet is ramping up along the line now. Yeah, because I can see the mean flow. I can see the mean flow of big lightning strikes behind me. I can see the mean flow of the airflow ahead of the storm, and it's increasing from the south going into that storm. You can see the airflow like right coming north, like quickly into that storm. And now the gust front is out ahead of it. It's interesting. Okay, there's the gust front. We have a little bit of a notch. Little Elm, it's on the north side of the bulge. So we got TBS. The storm down south doesn't look extremely strong on the tornadic signature. It looked way better about 10 minutes ago. It still has a circulation there. It's crossing the interstate. Not too bad. It's got, again, kind of a QCL type tornado. It's still there. It's bulging out. We've got another circulation just south of the airport there. East of Fort Worth now, just east-northeast of downtown Fort Worth. There's also another little, very small circulation. Most interesting thing I've got right now is, and again, it's weak. It's over Little Elm and Hackleberry, north of the DFW airport, northwest of the colony. Just a little bit of QCL type appendage now on the gust front, on the north side of that bulging gust front, back west of the colony. Back northwest, there's a little inflow notch developing. Might have it QCL type certain situation developing. Well, definitely the inflow has picked up. The little jets, it's definitely ramping up here because they're all starting to spin now here. So we got about a 3-hour window here. You know, maybe between now and 11, now and 10, probably now and 11. The next 3 hours is when we should have possibly tornado production. Right, if you're going to get tornadoes, it's going to be in this time frame as the low jet ramps up. It'll quickly exit the Dallas Metroplex. It'll get east of you pretty quick. Got another notch developing. Again, these are not overly strong. West of the colony, you've got one, and back up at Hackleberry's inflow notch. There's 2 circulations developing. Again, not very strong at this point. Just watch them. These are going to be QCL type tornadoes. They're the weaker side, but they can create damage. Okay. The gust front is going through DFW radar site, just to the northwest of Dallas Love. Gust front, it's coming down through Grapevine. Still got a tornado warning south. It's now northeast of Alvarado. It's now to the northwest of Venice. That's where the best circulation is right now. Venice. That's where the tornado warning is down south. The QCL rain ramp circulation rapidly punching off to the east, northeast. just to the northeast of Olivar. It's a very rural setting down there, northwest of Venice. It's moving east at least at 40, if not close to 50 miles an hour. It's hauling. Lightning back southwest and west northwest of me. I'm on 380 east of McKinney. Gonna see if these storms are gonna ramp up as they come east. They may or may not. A lot of times when you get these gust fronts and the winds pick up, you'll get a storm that'll try to pick up as far as intensity goes. See, I've got a south, guys. I'm going due east here. I've got a kind of an east. No, it's like a southeast wind. It looks like I'm east southeast of McKinney now. Wow, that line's coming east quick. Big gust front now. Coming through Colony, just west of Frisco. Big, huge north-south gust front. And the storm down south looks pretty decent. Circulation's still there. They may or may not reissue the tornado warning to the next county east, but it doesn't look too bad right now. How's everybody doing? Blue shit, yep. I haven't decided if I'm chasing tomorrow or not. Yeah, Huckleberry should have some winds changing direction there. That gust front's coming through you. Yeah, when you got these opposing gust fronts coming in, I see okay, that's very, 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 very interesting. Hang on. Yeah, a storm that's east side of Fort Worth, it's got a lot of inflow. There's no couplet per se yet, but it's a storm east of Fort Worth. It's got a lot of surging inflow heading north. At the same time, the gust front back west is coming east, and it hasn't quite balanced yet. It hasn't like made the couplet go nuts yet, but I like the area south of North Richland Hills, Richland Hills, just south of there. Do you see a big inbound couplet and an outbound back west of there? Okay, there's the gust right now going through Richland Hills. Just gotta watch these storms now as they come through the metro here. Just takes one of them to tighten up real quick, and it'll start tornadoing. So the line comes east. So far, just seeing more like QCL type circulations, not the real big tornado type stuff, just very small, quick spin up type stuff. Interesting. That's the first storm with McAllister. Still got a tornado going across Nova. Uh-oh, got a new warning. Stand by. Do I have another tornado come up there? Or they just forgot to drop it. Nope, I got another tornado. Oh my gosh. Okay, one tornado went up in Nowata County. We've got tornado warnings back southwest. My goodness, I've got another tornadic storm back in Osage County again. Wow. East of Hominy, another couplet forming southwest of Avant. So it's a line of supercells that keep forming there north of Tulsa with continuous tornado warnings. 3 counties under tornado warnings immediately north of Tulsa Metroplex. Tornado warning south of Fort Worth, heading over toward between Dallas and Fort Worth, southwest of Cedar Hill. Looked way better earlier. It's more of a QCL type tornado situation. This is real quick inbound, outbound changeover. But right now it looks like more of a blowout to the east. Looks like straight line damaging winds with that storm. They'll probably let the warning expire. But it does have an interesting look to it, but again, nothing super bad. This stuff up here where I'm on, it's all outflow dominated off the radar. Nothing suspicious at all right now. Just you can see the inbound, outbound, but nothing gate to gate back to my west about 20 miles, 30 miles. Just plowing east. I think what I'm gonna do, let's see where I can branch off here. I think what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm going to just get a look here at my road options here. Yeah. Okay. There's Greenville. Could go over to northeast. Just look here. See what the weather thinks is going to happen over the next couple of hours as far as tracks and intensities, and if anything goes nuts. Actually, it does not. It does exactly what I thought. Okay, so I'm gonna bandit this right now. I'm gonna call it off. I'm gonna head home. I think it's done what's done. Good news for Texas right now is it wasn't near as bad as it could have been, and the line's going to get past the Metroplex here pretty quick, and then the storms, because I'm looking at the latest data, it's got a little bit of uptake to the east of here in a couple hours, but we're seeing the worst right now in the Dallas Metroplex based on the latest data I'm seeing right now. It does not do much from this point on. Very little uptick in severe weather, which is good based on the models that just coming in right now. Matter of fact, they just came out in the 0Z data. It's coming in right now. 17 upper new models per model. It's basically what's going on right now is the worst it's going to be, and it says it weakens as it gets east of here from where it's at now. It's at least as far as storm rotation and tracks. So at this point, you can see a lighting there in the picture. I'll keep the stream going. I'm gonna get over here on 75, and I'm gonna start heading up toward Tulsa. I'm heading back to Tulsa, about 4 hours away. I'm heading to Tulsa. Thank you for everybody joining me today. I'm barely thankful that it didn't get nearly as bad as it was going to get. The models thought it was going to be today. It just didn't materialize. Something was out of whack. I don't know. Maybe it's the 850 jet. Of course, it's increasing tonight, but my gut is the wave maybe was just a little bit late, but I don't know that for sure. But that's what I'm guessing. And so right now, the models are not too exciting the rest of the night. There's a few more tornadic storms up by Tulsa tonight over the next 2 or 3 hours. That moves by, and then that's it. And then tomorrow there might be a outbreak off to the east. I have to see what the new data says tonight. But I'm going to be northbound and down on 75 going back to Tulsa. I appreciate everybody tuning in today, seeing all this craziness. Wasn't too bad, and I'm actually very thankful it didn't go as bad as it could have been. There's gonna be a lot more stuff coming up, some good news, and some down here in the Dallas Metroplex, and you guys are in the eclipse mode next Monday. Whoa, did you see that? Wow, it's gorgeous. That was this big, huge, looks like a poverty strike leader, came down on probably some tower back to my west and just lit up the whole sky. That was awesome, wasn't it? Yeah, middle of a tornado, right? I've done that before, right? Big lightning bolts raining out around the tornado. So good news, a little bit of good news. Again, it's not ironclad. It can flip the other direction right now. There's probably severe weather, probably not a guarantee next Sunday. across central Texas, might be East Texas. I don't know where it's going to set up the dry line out by Abilene, and here comes this big upper wave. So it looks like late Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, maybe Abilene, back toward Dallas. You have severe weather, maybe tornadoes. But the good news is about that system is it's got a very powerful jet with it, and as a closed upper low pulls off to the north in Oklahoma, you get a lot of dry air come back around the southwest flank of the upper low, which it brings a ton of dry air in at both the upper levels and mid levels, and it surges massive dry air in, clearing in about midnight to 6 a.m. in the morning on Monday. This is about 6 to 12 hours before the eclipse. And it's got this big dry slot clear skies running from Fort Smith, southeast Oklahoma, Idabel, back through the Metroplex, all the way back down to San Antonio toward Del Rio. It's a big dry slot, both at the surface and aloft. And so all the clouds are gone, and just this big dry slot comes in. And it's like this, it just wipes out the moisture, which is a really good thing. That's what it looked like this morning and last night on the upper arrow, getting ready for the eclipse, because up to this point, it looked like we're about going to be totally socked into the clouds, right? It all has to do with the timing of these waves, right? And there is another big wave, so you're going to big surge of moisture coming back up, and clouds will start increasing again Friday and Saturday. And then, as I was saying, potentially an outbreak of some kind, or squall line or something Saturday night or Saturday afternoon back west. It comes blasting across the state of Texas, eastern Texas, Sunday night, and end up very early Monday morning. And it should be by Monday morning, it ought to be over by Shreveport, Texarkana, and the clearing line should be rapidly punching past I-35 by sunrise. That's what it looks like now. Subject to change. It's going to change probably a dozen times between now and next Monday. But right now, I'd say the chances of you guys seeing the eclipse in the Dallas Metroplex are increasing. You're going to see it, right, with no cloud cover potentially. So that's the good news before I leave the Dallas Metroplex. I just don't come down here. Oh wait, my winds are swung around. My gosh, look at my winds, guys. I'm going due west. My winds are out of the east ahead of this line. Look at this. It's crazy. This is the stuff you got. This is just textbook. I mean, you just don't know with these storms what they're going to do. But look at this east wind going into the line just to my west. That's crazy. Got east winds going into the line of thunderstorms. That's dangerous, right? I mean, just crazy things happen. They went to severe thunderstorm warning on the tornado warning down south. Wow. Okay, that thing down south is definitely producing damage now, damaging winds. It's got an RFD, bad RFD on the backside of the couplet now, 70 to 84 mile an hour winds where they southeast of Venice. It's an RFD swinging around the couplets passing you. You got northwest winds at 84 miles an hour at Venice, damaging winds at Venice. This is south of Fort Worth radar, southeast of Fort Worth radar, damaging winds at the RFD surges down toward Mithelonian. It's back to your southwest. The RFD is punching to the east with very damaging winds. They're 80 plus mile an hour winds now. They're at 75 to 80. Wow, that's 83. That's going to be right off the deck there. Damaging winds right there at Venice and just to your south and east. Damaging winds out of the northwest behind the wrapping mesocyclone gust front. Yeah, damaging winds for sure. Really damaging winds. Man, that couplet and that whole mesocyclone blew out to the east-northeast, but now you've got destructive winds on the backside of the circulation now. Very impressive couplet now in the sense of damaging winds back southeast of the Fort Worth radar, south of Cedar Hill, to stay south of Cedar Hill, Mithelonian, Waxahachie, that area you're going to be in the path of those potentially damaging winds. That looks pretty interesting. That gust front's now past DFW, and let's look at all the towns this thing's by. It's past the Colony, it's past Frisco. Just seeing what this thing's going to do here. Wow, it's just amazing. I've got these east winds. I got due east winds going back into these storms back west of me, or kind of east-southeast, I should say. There's nice cloud of ground lightning. Wow. Gust front's past DFW. It's coming on east pretty quick now. Prosper. It's east of Frisco now. The gust front's past east of Frisco. Lots of lightning up at just north of Prosper, that whole area north of Frisco. Okay, got a damage wind gust. See what that says. Oh, it just says wind damage. Then just says lawn furniture stuff. Okay, this is pretty cool. I'll get up here with 75. We'll sit here and watch this line come through. Hello from Washington State, Washington D.C. I think you're from Washington State, right? Okay, another stop sign. Let's just watch this, guys. That's getting really electrical, right? I'll stay back behind this 18-wheeler and try to not get right up against him. Stay back and you guys see the lightning going on. Let's see what's going on. I gotta keep tracking this stuff at Tulsa. I'm kind of nervous. Got those tornado warnings up there. Okay, there goes the couplet. It's not real strong, but decent. Okay, wow. That thing just rocketed northeast. Okay, that definitely went by. Tulsa, you're almost in the clear. Not totally yet, but you're getting there. Gust front's coming in to the northwest side of Tulsa now. I can see the outflow boundary now running down from northern Tulsa County. It's the past Skytook. It's going into west, it's east of Keystone Lake. It's coming into Sand Springs. It's just outflow boundary is just northwest of downtown Tulsa. Wow, that's crazy. That's interesting. Huh? What if that's bugs or insects? I've got a big bloom off the Tulsa radar coming in just southeast of downtown Tulsa. This big bloom. It's probably birds or insects. They're ripping north into the inflow. That's just crazy. Okay, it's just, yeah, wow, look at that. Gust front surging down into Tulsa, northern Tulsa County right now. It's surging southeast. Okay. Got a big bad storm up in McAllister. Look go to Fort Smith. Got to watch that storm. Fort Smith people, you got to watch the storm coming back out of McAllister. Nothing rotation right now with it, but you've got to watch that storm as it gets east over to it's in the low-level jet now, but it continues to be in the low-level jet. You've got to watch that. Make sure it doesn't do anything crazy. Storm down south has got just this huge bow echo with it. You can tell there's a wind max coming out of that thing. Wow, that thing just blew out south of Venus now. 80-mile-an-hour winds east-southeast of Venice. We're coming down south of Methylonian. The big couplet, a big, huge gust front surging eastward rapidly now, south of Cedar Hill. Damaging straight line winds with that. Starting to get rain now where I'm at. I'm in the forward flank of the rain. Approaching 75. The storm is coming up. It's now passing Prosper, past Frisco. Hell, of course, pretty much down. This stuff looks like it's doing about what the model said. It says that the line as it passes Dallas Metroplex, it continues to weaken as it goes east. That's, sometimes it does that, sometimes it's wrong. But right now it says it's kind of a blowout, and that's what HR says. It says it wanes down between here and Paris. From Dallas to Paris, the storms weaken as they go northeast. That's why I'm going to go ahead and ban it, because it visually looks like that on radar, and the models support that. So that's how you make a decision whether to keep with the storms or abandon the storms. I'm going to abandon the storms right now. Then decide if I'm going to chase tomorrow, like east. May not. It's going to be in Ohio Valley. Ohio area. The concrete pad won't kill storms. I mean, it's you got the heat island effect in the metro, but the reason the metro produces from the heat, a lot of times that actually aids in the thunderstorm development. So if you got you got south winds over the metro, a lot of times if you have a boundary, if you need to have an extra couple degrees to break the cap, like if it's a cap day, sometimes the city just north will help erode the cap extra 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 degrees. See lightning, amber lightning going across the sky. It looks pretty good. And that actually helps break the cap sometimes. I've been on north sides of big metropolitan areas, and that'll actually help the situation. Kind of same thing when you get north winds. If you're north of the metro, if you're south of the metro, in the wintertime, the city will have a little extra heat, and it'll go to the south side. It'll be 2 or 3 degrees warmer than the north side of the city out in the country. So it kind of works both ways. But today it really didn't matter. We're very early on in the season. April 1 it's not impossible to have tornadoes and bad stuff, but it's very, very, very early in the season. Again, in fact, what the models over the next 60 days says it should dramatically ramp up as we get into May. It should go into high gear, really high gear. Possibly severe weather next weekend, and then again in about to the end of April. Guys, I'm really close to, we're just about to knock on the door here. about 4 miles thereabouts from 75. Coming back into McKinney on the northeast side. It's raining. Camera there. I'll get past this 18-wheeler, so I'll get all that truck wash blowing up on the window. Interesting. Temporarily, until you pass a bridge, the star lake on top of the roof, it'll drop off for a split second. Oh, lighting's getting a little bit better. More kind of inner cloud top lighting. Just this line of storms continue to get closer and closer. It's about Frisco up to Weston, just west here about 10 miles. It's going to have some heavy rain. Doesn't look like the hail's like almost all gone now. It's like come way down in intensity, like way down. Little bit tiny, little bit heavy rain, very tiny hail off to my northwest. It's going to head toward Anita and Lisa, up north of McKinney there. But nothing, it's pretty weak. Best storm by far is the one southeast down at Midlothian, heading over to just northwest of Waxahachie. A big wind bag down there. It's producing damaging winds down south there. Big, huge, surging RFD gust front. That's it. Wow, that's it. Guys, it's overall, I'd say it's got one active tornado warning I can find, at least out of Tulsa. It's up in northern Nowata County. It's moving in eastern Nowata County. Let's see if it's what it looks like here on the Doppler. Strain, low QCL type circulation, but overall it's very weak. And it is continuing to weaken. And it looks like severe St. Louis, that's going. Yeah, everything right now got severe over Indianapolis. Severe storm going in there in Indianapolis. Right now, I'd say it looks like the warm front over there is ramping up. Overall, I'd say it's downhill everywhere as far as intensity goes. Got some storms back down to northwest to Austin, Waco, but again, nothing's earth-shattering right now, guys. Yeah, this stuff from the north part of the county is weakened dramatically. This stuff's very weak now up here compared to other stuff. So overall, it's winding down. I'm going to shut the stream down. We're going to head back home. Thank you, guys. Thanks a million for everybody watching this afternoon. Storms, I'm actually grateful it didn't get out of control because it was going to affect heavy populated areas. So I'm glad it didn't happen. And there'll be a lot more weather in coming months to chase and to look at. So today was a good day. So anyway, everybody enjoy the rest of your evening and stay safe. And like I said, I think we're on the downhill side right now as this line gets past 35. I think the worst is over at this point. Just a good steady rain and maybe some very small, tiny hail, and we're good. All right, guys, everybody take care. Thanks for watching this evening.